And now, from KCBS Television in Los Angeles, Southern California's most honored news broadcast. This is Channel 2 Action News, Weekend Reports.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jose Sanders.
I'm Penny Griego. Topping our news tonight, it's 1 down, 3 to go. A come-from-behind, hold-your-breath win for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th. Hollywood couldn't have written it any better. Tony Hernandez is here now to tell us exactly how the boys in blue snatched Game 1. Tony?
Oh, I don't know how you top this. With the possible exception of Oral Hershiser, Kirk Gibson has been the most valuable player on the Dodgers this season. And despite a pulled hamstring that prevented him from starting the opening game of the World Series, he still made his presence felt at the expense of the Oakland A's. Of course, the Athletics MVP candidate Jose Canseco had a few parting shots of his own. Despite hitting over 40 home runs this season, his second-inning grand slam was the first of his career and put the Dodgers in an early hole. Still down by a run with 2 outs in the 9th, the Majors' top reliever Dennis Eckersley served Gibson a 3-2 breaking pitch that the hobbling Gibby hit over the wall in right, a 2-run blast that gave the Dodgers a stunning 5-4 win in the opener.
I went up there with mine and keeping things going. Saxy's been swinging the bat good, and he's hit well all year with runners in scoring position. And, you know, just fortunate and that big guy upstairs gave me another great moment in my career.
It's hard to imagine if Game 2 will hold as much excitement. Oral Hershiser will oppose Storm Davis tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. We'll have more on the game, post-game interviews, the day in college football. Don't forget the Tony Awards and much more on the Saturday Sports Final in about 15 minutes.
Can hardly wait. Thanks a lot, Tony.
Thank you, Tony. Well, the Dodgers really took it to the limit tonight. Even us true blue diehard fans had moments of doubt. But Peggy Holter reports when it was all over, they left the stadium singing, "I'm a believer."
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable!
Before the game, one fan said, expect a miracle.
And she probably may have gotten from the Pope, and I believe they should be blessed.
And maybe it's too much to say there was a sign in the heavens, but how can you call Kirk Gibson's home run anything but miraculous? Ironically, some not quite true blue fans left early, hoping to beat the traffic.
We got to go to Ventura. Got a long ride.
And I'm very disappointed.
The game is over, but listen, you know, things are going to happen for us.
After the game, we tried to get some sensible fan reaction, but this is all they'd say.
Love your blue! Love your blue! Love your blue! 4 games! 41! They won!
In fact, no matter where we turned, the response was the same. This fan claimed to have the winning home run ball.
There you got it, boys.
Will wonders never cease? At Dodger Stadium, Peggy Holter, Channel 2 Action News.
Well, George Bush and Michael Dukakis are each planning a rare Sunday off in their relentless campaign for electoral votes. Bush is in Denver tonight. Dukakis is in Boston, but both candidates started the day in California.
Es un honor para mí de estar aquí tan temprano con ustedes.
An endorsement from Latino police officers got Dukakis off to a flying start. It was an opportunity to court minority votes while regaining some of the ground lost to Bush on the law and order issue.
So having your support, having your endorsement, having the kind of assistance that you represent with your families, your neighbors, your co-workers is very, very important.
The governor's next campaign stop was in San Antonio. Texas is another state where Democratic strategists hope minority votes can help capture a state heavy in electoral votes. George Bush took his campaign on a bus tour of California's agricultural Central Valley. The tour started in Stockton and rolled down to Fresno. The vice president scheduled 5 stops to rally voters who register as Democrats but who've twice voted for Ronald Reagan. Bush appeared at ease, but he says he's not overconfident.
I don't tend to mess up, so we're going to drive right down to the wire. He is not going to out-hustle me, outwork me.
The bus tour, the country and western music, the cowboy shirt may have made today's campaigning look laid back, but it is all serious. Candidate Bush delivered his message to 13,000 people in Modesto and thousands more at the other stops en route. In the next few weeks, the battle of the ballot will be in the big states.
It's coming down to the wire. It's just about over now. Just ahead for us here on Action News, the homeless step out to help themselves.
And protesters get themselves in hot water with the police. Details next.
Get over here.
Channel 2 Action News is sponsored in part by Delta Dental. Established in 1955, Delta Dental is California's oldest and largest group dental plan.
Anyway, I was there for, what, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
I hate to raid these guys, but I bet I could get Jensen and Chimino over here.
What do you think it would take?
We can beat their salaries, but we can't match their benefits. They had a great dental plan. Well, that's what I miss.
You miss your dental plan?
Oh, yeah. They saved us serious money. The outfit we got it from, they offered a whole range of plans.
Tell you what, you work on Jensen and Chimino, or I'll see about getting their dental plan.
The look is black. The store is Stroud's. The best money can buy for a lot less money.
One of the biggest drawbacks in today's performance is the sluggishness caused by dirty intake systems. So we developed Chevron Supreme, the high-octane gasoline with Techroline. No additive cleans entire intake systems better. Now you'll be free to move ahead without any drawbacks. Chevron, we fuel your freedom.
Well, the focus of a massive demonstration in Westwood today was U.S. policy in Central America. But for a few tense hours, that focus changed dramatically, and police were worried that the demonstration pitting two opposing groups against one another would get violent.
Yes, country! Yes, country! U.S. out of El Salvador! Stop the bombing! Stop the war! U.S. out of El Salvador!
Nicaraguan Contras, Salvadoran guerrillas, freedom fighters, Sandinistas. It's easy to see why most Americans are generally confused over the issues at stake in Central America. But for the hundreds of demonstrators who poured into the streets of Westwood today, the focus was clear. The U.S.'s involvement in those Central American countries is the main point of contention.
Look at the fascists! These are the fascists!
Police were busy most of the afternoon trying to keep both sides away from each other and avoid a confrontation.
I am exercising my political right. Tell me what law I'm breaking.
You won't be arrested for inciting a riot.
I'm not inciting a riot.
Yeah, you might very well be.
There were scuffles between the demonstrators, but nothing violent. Eventually, the protesters from the El Salvador Winning Democracy campaign, as they call themselves, got a chance to carry out their protest, which included an elaborate street theater scene, reenacting a recent demonstration in El Salvador, which turned violent. Protesters then moved on to a National Guard armory, surprising the guardsmen and forcing them into a hasty retreat. Finally, the demonstrators settled in on government property for an old-fashioned sit-in.
LA County Sheriff's deputies arrested 39 of those protesters for trespassing on government property.
A unique meeting in Laguna Beach today, all an effort to curb the growing incidents of gay bashing there. The meeting involved Laguna Beach city officials, police, clergy, school officials, and members of the gay community. While no decisions were made or programs discussed, many came away saying at least people are talking about the problem.
What we're trying to say is that we are human beings and we are just like everybody else, and that prejudice and bigotry is not the American way.
More such meetings are planned, all out of concern over 4 attacks on Laguna Beach gay residents over the past few months. 2 of those attacks resulted in serious injuries. Getting the homeless off the street and back into the mainstream of society is the goal of the Homeless Outreach Program. That may not sound like anything new, but the unique angle is that it employs